Sibling drama can get real crazy. I have some sisters, so trust me when I say it can get messy fast. And that is exactly what happened with my next guest, Jelli. Jelli has gone viral on social media for being able to alternate her looks, but her sister, Aaliyah, is far from a loyal follower. Let's all welcome Jelli to the show. Hey! How are you doing? Can I have a hug?
Yes, you can. Oh,
Jelli, you are fly!
thank you.
Come through. I love the alternating looks.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
My
it.
gosh. I put a wig on, everybody be like, take that off. You look cute in it. Okay? So, Jelli, why are you here today? Talk to me.
Well, me and my sister tried to go into a family business and a wig business, actually.
Yes.
And her part of the business was to handle the money, the accounting side of it, and pretty much book our, photo shoots and stuff like that. So when it came time to do the photo shoot for the business, she told me she found a photographer. She sent me the photographer. I approved of it. And she told me the price for the deposit. And me, her, and our other business partner were going to split the deposit 3 ways. So I sent her my half. And she said, OK, I booked it. So about 2 weeks passed. And I said, whoa, today is the day of the photo shoot. I forgot about, she hasn't said anything. So now I'm like, OK, well, let me text her. Let me hit her. I get no response. So I say, well, let me call the photographer and see if she has a booking for us today. The photographer says, yes, I have a photo shoot for Aaliyah only, though, not for a business.
Oh, wow.
OK, well, let me try to request my deposit back on Cash App. When I tried to request the money back, I accidentally pressed send. So I sent the same amount again.
So now she got double your money.
She got double my money. So I tried to request both amounts. Now I'm blocked on Cash App. So now I can't even see the transactions. I don't see. So I'm like, hold on.
But this is your sister.
This is my sister.
How much were the amounts for?
In total, 500.
$500?
Yes. So it's not about the amount. It's about the principle for me.
Okay.
I've had more stole from me from people that I didn't love. But that's my sister.
What has she said to you when you try to collect the money?
She completely denied a transaction ever happened. She completely denied I ever sent her money. She even showed proof of Cash Apps that said it never was sent. I had to find emails because it wasn't showing in my transaction anymore that it did happen.
So my producer said something happened on Mother's Day. Can you tell me?
Yes, on Mother's Day, that was my first time seeing her in like 2 years.
So this has been a 2-year rift between you and your sister over basically $500?
Yeah. For the sake of Mother's Day, of course, I wasn't going to make it about my issues. So I enjoyed it, and I was cordial. She told a joke, I live it. But, it wasn't like, I didn't want to make it too, but you could kind of tell that it wasn't for us to be the sisters at the table, we hadn't said too much of anything to each other. So once it's over, we walk out of the restaurant, and she says, hey, I want to fix this, and she has a Cash App out. And I say, OK, well, send it to me. She starts lying about the amount. She starts saying that my money didn't go towards the deposit, that her shoot had been booked. That conversation ended where I didn't get my money. And I told her, you be blessed.
Though she did admit that she got money from you.
Yes.
Because she took out a Cash App.
She came right out with the Cash App green screen and was like, hey, I want to fix this, which that was new from me from her. So I'm like, OK, let's talk, thinking that she was going to be the bigger person. I didn't leave with the money, and I told her, look, that's my stance. I want my money, period. I've let her get by with so much stuff. That was the deal breaker for me. Everything else has probably been something that was more emotional turmoil that she caused on me, but this was something tangible. So it was like, no, this time I want my money.
So you all had emotional issues before? Tell me about them.
Before, I grew up as the black sheep of the family. I'm the gay child. So I grew up in a very religious home that just wanted us to do right. So when I came out and I became openly gay in the 8th grade, I suffered a lot growing up. I suffered so much in the household after that, which grew a bridge between me and my parents. So I felt like my sister kind of made that problem her problem. And since I had been gone from home, she just would constantly start rumors about she ran into me and I looked like a crackhead and take it back to my mom. And when they would see me, it's like, she looks perfectly fine. What is that for?
How old were you when you left home?
I was 17. I was a junior in high school.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Wow. That had to have been devastating.
Very devastating. I slept out of cars, did what I had to do just to be able to be myself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a story too often people in our community who are LGBTQIA identify have to go through. And so during that time, when you were out on the streets and Aaliyah was making up these stories, how was that making you feel?
It made me feel like already, because I was the gay child, that I was already wrong. Whatever I said, it was already wrong.
Yeah.
So the fact that my own sister that could be the one to vouch for me and maybe help me and maybe persuade them to see the real me, she instead went against me.
Got it. So it sort of felt like you were abandoned twice.
Right.
Were y'all close at any point?
Honestly, no.
There you go.
No. Growing up, we were probably close sisters. You know, as siblings in the house, we were the two girls. So, you know, we were both the two girls. So of course, you know, but by me leaving home so early and us being 4 years apart, she was still a kid kind of when I left. So, you know, you don't really build that real bond until y'all kind of both of age, like, you know. So we had a kiddie bond and a kiddie relationship, but not a, you know.
Yeah, the adult relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was gone by the end, so.
It's time to hear what Aaliyah has to say about this situation. Everyone, please welcome Aaliyah to my show.
I was watching the whole thing backstage, though. You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong.
First of all, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Please
Hello.
take a seat. You smell great.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
you're saying that your sister Jelli has it all wrong. Please express.
Yes, I didn't know we was gonna come out here and do it like this. I mean, the amount, let's get that straight. $500.
$250 for the first deposit, $250 for the second deposit.
When you send me $250?
I sent it to you on Cash App. You don't recall that day?
Never got $250.
You never got that?
Never.
So the day that we had the situation and we had to go after you was about to pay me back. And they told me to come and meet you at our family member's house.
So
and pay
what
the
is
rest.
this right here? What payment is this?
That's the 116 that she sent for her portion of her deposit.
No.
The other 116 is an accident, a mistake that she accidentally sent.
No.
That I kept. That's the amount.
No.
So what's 116 plus 116?
So you're admitting that you did keep an amount, though.
I did keep 116.
Why did you keep her money?
Because honestly, I feel like
You smiling about it.
she owed me.
Owed you in what way? When have you ever given me anything, ever vouched for me, ever did anything for me,
Girl,
ever been
you
there?
could be in jail right now if it wasn't for me.
In jail
you
for
got
what?
pulled over and put tickets in my name. She
You're
did give
absolutely
me
right about
money
that, but
for
hold
the
on.
tickets,
I
but
gave you
put
every
more
dollar for
money
that ticket, and I was honest and told you straight up when it happened.
Where the 250 when you sent me? That's irrelevant. Let's stay on
I
track
sent you
with this.
250. I sent you 250
Where
separately.
I don't have it on my Cash App. I do have what you sent me.
Jelli says that you deleted it, Aaliyah, from yours. Is that true?
No, I have.
I didn't have any trace of it on my phone.
But I do.
For me, you know how Cash App sends you the emails of the confirmations? That's the only way I can show it, because when you block
Where
the Cash
they
App for some
at?
reason, the email, I didn't bring.
You should have sent them because I sent what
They
you
should
sent
ask for
mine.
'em. They should
Well,
ask
I
for
got
'em.
mine 116. You said
Okay,
you.
well, let's say that is
you
the
said
amount.
the
Let's say
back,
that is the amount.
You said
Let's
you.
say that is the amount.
I know it is.
If that is the amount, where's my money?
In my pocket, in my bank account.
In your bank account?
In my bank
I want to keep it
account.
calm right now because I can't
Please,
understand
since
either of
she's
you, and
getting
if I'm going to be able to
spicy.
help, I got to figure
Girl.
out some of this. I understand that you're saying that she's had interactions with other people where there has been money that's come up missing.
But we're here. Let's talk about
But I will,
our
but hold on, I will
ours.
say
Let's
this.
talk
I'll
about
say this.
ours.
I'll say this. I know that you're upset right now.
Very.
I really do
She's
know
Very
you're
upset. I wear my feelings on my
Yes.
sleeve because I'm a real person.
I'm not giving her the money back, period, point blank. I don't care if someone at the family house was offering to say, hey, just give her back the money or whatever. If you don't want to give it back to her, I'll give it back to her. I say you can do that, but I'm not that sorry. I'm not giving her back
Did she not just walk out the
anything.
restaurant and come out with her Cash
I'm
App
not
out saying
giving
I want to
anything.
fix this?
Yes, when
When
she
did that
said,
conversation change in that same
I
day?
came out to show them
I
that
even
ho,
offered
it's
when she
not
came out and said, give me half.
All right, let's go ahead and
I
wrap
am, and
this.
I'm okay for paying for
wrap it
vouching.
up. Wrap it
We gotta
up.
wrap.
I'm okay for vouching for what
We
I've
gotta
done.
wrap. The pain that's come from this is not about money.
It's
This is
not.
something deeper.
It's
Absolutely.
way
It's the principle.
deeper. It's way deeper. That's why I never gave her back the money, because it's way deeper than
Tell
that.
the deep
It's
side.
way deeper
Tell the
than
deep
that.
side.
But hold
The
on.
deep side.
Tell the deepness.
Is Jelli really envying me for things I can't control? Things that are out of my control. Like the love
think
that
it's
I
just- you
have,
think
the
you-
shine that's on my life. Like, I want to be there
Really,
for her.
the shine?
The shine that's on my life.
You work at a call center all your life.
Jelli, I have
Is your micro
Jelli,
business succeeding right now?
I am
No.
successful at this moment.
What has
Do you
anything
see?
done?
Look,
What?
she's
Come
an
on.
ugly person.
Listen, I'm
She's
not-
hurting inside. Look at her.
I am
Look.
hurting inside.
Look, and she's letting it out.
I'm very hurt.
But people
What do you
like
tell
me.
your sister? What are you hurting about?
I'm hurting because the people that I love the most do stuff like this. I've always been the star in my family.
I realized immediately this has nothing to do with money.
It's not.
Absolutely.
This is pain.
Absolutely.
This is pain.
I'm not hurting. I'm trying.
I am.
I'm in the
You're not-
healing stage.
Jelli.
You're not the victim, baby.
Jelli,
By
Jelli.
me being the gay
What
child
are we
in that
talking
phone,
about?
I was the criminal.
I love you for being gay. What's wrong with being gay? Who you
Listen,
sleep
soon
with
as I
have
leave
nothing to
home,
do with me. Get
when
to
I
the
left
real
home by me being
point.
the gay one, anything that happened, it was Jelli.
And I understand you're still hurting from that.
Very much so,
I
and I
can
don't have
hear
a
it.
problem with being honest about my truth.
I get that, but the thing is that you'll never be able to heal from that truth when y'all are arguing and over talking each other. Your sister is clearly telling you from her trauma of a child that she's still hurting, that she feels like the people that she trusts and loves the most, which includes you, turn their back on her. And right now, this moment for $116 or whether it's $250 is just triggering that. Mm-hmm. How do you feel that your sister is feeling pain from a childhood wound that is coming up right now?
I sometimes be having sympathy for her, but it really be hard because she really bring a lot of stuff on to herself.
At the end of the day, there is a lot of trauma and pain that's going on between your family.
And it didn't start over the 116. I mean, that happened.
That's the only thing with me. I never had no real problem before that.
Never.
I've been getting taking blows. I've been getting the short end of the stick. That was the icing on the cake.
That's holding you back. It's causing a pain
that's
inside of you.
That's not holding her back.
It
that
definitely
was her story
is. It definitely
to get
is.
here.
It definitely is. You can't tell me what's holding me back.
The 116?
It definitely
no,
is.
The pain.
Oh.
The pain in the 116.
Oh.
No, that's where the pain is from, okay? The money is very painful to me.
Listen, I gotta say this. Y'all are both amazing women. I feel like both of y'all have bright futures, but there's a communication issue right now. I'm gonna ask each of you a question. This is gonna be my final question for each of you, and I don't want you to over-talk the other. For you, what will it take to forgive your sister?
Jesus to come back.
What will it take for you to forgive your sister?
For her to get counseling. I love my sister. No,
for
I'm
the
a big
because
sister.
I want to read it. I'd like to see it, to see where I was a couple of years ago.
Okay, well, if that wasn't the case, whatever it is,
I think at
I would
this
want her
point,
to get help with her own character and be able to stand in her truth.
I think at this point, I don't think at this point y'all will be able to mend that relationship. I think what's going to take this relationship to mend is parties that are not here right now. It's not the money. It's parties that are not here right now.
So
it's your parents.
She don't have it. She don't have it.
It's your parents. Your parents need to be here right now.
Absolutely.
And whatever has happened to you all as kids is bleeding into you as adults. Mm-hmm. Listen, that 116 or whatever it is not going to hurt you. You fly. You got a bright future ahead of you. Go make your money somewhere else. And until you find your parents in a space where they can help y'all heal, y'all got to disconnect. And that's just the truth of it.
I feel that.
There's a young woman inside of you that's hurting, and there's a young woman inside of you who's confused and doesn't know how to accept her sister's pain. And until that is acknowledged and healed, this is going to keep going forever and ever.
Hold on. Where are you going? I'll tell you where you're going. Right here to subscribe and right here to watch more. Period.